We have Mike and we have bars. We have bars! Look at that, Nancy. There we are. Look at that. We have bars. Happy New Year, everybody.
And we have to explain to them what we mean by bars.
We have bars, not like going downtown like Pigeon or Whitehall or Indy. How do we have bars?
Well, it just shows that our microphones are picking up the sound.
We have volume.
Yeah. So that's how technical we are.
Yeah, and we got to make sure that there's Nancy. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Mary, like I said, when you drove in, I said, this is your ball game tonight. What are we doing?
We are driving around and we're doing another Name That Road in the dark.
Except that it's not real dark.
No.
Because we have the nice white snow.
Yes.
And we should have a moon eventually.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed that Mother Nature will bring that big fat full moon up to us. And then, oh, look at Nancy's trying to hit. Oh, there we go. And sometimes we don't get that.
Oh, well.
So it's all good in the neighborhood. There we go. There's Nancy. Okay, so we are driving
slowly
up a loop.
Yes.
We are doing this is going to be one of our loop-de-loops.
This is a loop.
And did you flip it forward? Are we
I
doing?
think it's still filming us.
It's still
Turn it
filming.
around.
Turn
That's
it
why it
around.
wouldn't come on. Because I was hitting the wrong screen.
You're watching.
Oh, isn't that pretty down there, Mary?
I'm looking on this side.
Yeah.
That's a very pretty over there. And look at, oh, we got beautiful reflection over Nancy's shoulder. So we are coming off of a state road.
Yep.
And we gotta get this baby situated so y'all ain't eating the dash. There we go.
And this is number 37, Mary.
And I have to do, oh, look at, we got beautiful lights, and this may give it away for those of you who are in the neighborhood. Look at those beautiful lights. How pretty is that?
But if you're in the neighborhood and you recognize where we are,
shh, don't tell no one.
I want you to just, put a bag over your head and don't say anything until we're done. Give everybody a chance.
And now I have to tell you, Nancy, I got a report back from one of my sons who has friends all over the planet.
Well, I suppose.
And we are giving a special shout out to some Jackson County residents who live in Florida. And if they are watching, you need to send a message back to my oldest son who you used to show cattle with and say, we heard our reference on Name That Road number 37.
Right.
And so now we are on that Name That Road, and we are lucky because between the rain and the snow and the ice, we have had some bodacious traveling conditions.
Yeah.
And right now where we are driving is relatively clear.
Yeah, it is. It's okay now, as long as you're not going 80 miles an hour into a corner.
We don't want to drive 80 miles an hour. No, we do not.
And as long as you don't have to slam on the brake, you're usually doing okay.
And we shouldn't be driving on ice anyway. Nancy, come on. This is the time of the year when we all should be snuggled in and having warm blankets
And watching a Packer game.
and watching the Packers. Now, you know, we're probably going to get in trouble and get kicked off YouTube. But you know what? The Packers have made an amazing recovery.
Yeah.
And it's because I have not been watching the games.
And it's because last week when they played the Vikings, I was wearing my lucky Packer socks.
Oh, were you?
Yep.
Now, were those the smelly Packer socks?
No, everybody wants to know, oh, don't you wash them? No, of course I wash them.
Well, do you wash them after every game or at the end of the season?
No, I wash them.
I mean, I don't wash my Packer jersey until the season's over.
Yeah, but you don't wear that on your feet, do you?
Well, absolutely not. I mean, we can't do that for Pete's sake. You know, and we're driving on this road, and of course, per Trempealeau County, because we are in Trempealeau County.
Yes, that's a big clue here. We are in Trempealeau County 100%.
And we started at a highway, a state highway.
Yep.
One of the ones that runs north and south, and that's a clue. And of course, here we have our squiggly road sign.
Yeah.
Yay! We always have those when we're in Trempealeau County, don't we?
Yep.
And even in Jackson County, and even in Buffalo County.
So here too, Mary, if we were to saw Trempealeau County in half, which half would we be in?
Oh, Nancy, come on. You're talking we are going to be in the middle half.
Okay.
So we are either a quarter of the way to the north or a quarter of the way to the south.
So we are pretty middle.
We are pretty middle-ish.
Okay. All right.
And we are definitely in deer country.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Because we have seen deer upon deer upon deer.
Yep. And I said coming over here in the broad daylight, I went by several groups of deer, and they didn't even lift up their heads and bother to look at me, you know.
I think they were laughing at you, weren't they, Nancy?
They couldn't care less.
No, they were standing there going, ha.
Yep, they were eating, and they were busy.
Well, and they have a challenge now because we've
Sure.
got some pretty thick ice layers out there. And if you want to take a drive, we are encouraging folks to do so carefully and prudently. Why? Because the south sides of the roads are pretty clear, but the north sides of the roads are still kind of a challenge.
You gotta be careful. Like I said, you don't want to slam on your brakes.
And we're going to see that in a little bit as we are veering left on this town road.
Yep.
It is a town road, and we are someplace between the, what did I say, the southern, northern quarter.
We're in the middle.
And the northern southern quarter, so we are quasi in the middle.
Yeah.
And we are taking a drive down this very well-maintained, good job township. Out here, you did a fantastic job. And we got to really give a shout out to all the guys and gals who have been driving the snow plows and the sand trucks.
Oh gosh, yes.
And the maintainers, because the last few weeks have been weather challenging for us.
And the town of Arcadia, I live in the town of Arcadia, they do a wonderful job. You know, the town of Arcadia is huge. It's a big town, but they do a wonderful job. What are you pointing out? Are there deer on the road?
No, I was
can't
just
see
making
them?
sure that my camera wasn't eating the dash.
Oh, okay.
There, and we'll see if we can get a shot of Nancy, and it might be kind of dark. She can edit that out if it's dark. But we are witnessing from the very, very bottom of a valley a very pretty, pretty sunset. And in a few moments, we'll be up on top of a ridge.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, you know, that's the thing about these valleys in Trempealeau County, Nancy. They seem to always end up at a ridge, right?
Yeah, well, you know, what goes up must come down and vice versa.
Yeah, there we go. So now, did you have a good New Year's? Were you like wild out celebrating with the toys that blow
No,
the whole 9 yards?
I think I was probably asleep by 8:30 that night.
I find my New Year's typically starts in London.
Oh.
So then that way I can go to bed at, like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and I still witness New Year's, but it
There you
was
go.
on another continent.
Oh, well. So how did you get to that other continent? Were you doing that astral travel, out-of-body travel?
Well, no, it was that link that you sent me that your son, who's super secret in the Air Force,
Yeah.
that time telepathy kind of a deal. So yeah, I put the tin foil, not aluminum foil, because it doesn't work. I put that on my head, and the next thing I knew, I was in London.
Wow.
Or maybe it was on cable.
Maybe you shouldn't say anything, because the next thing you know, the Air Force will be grabbing us
Yeah,
again.
the Air Force is going to be grabbing us.
Oh,
And
look
now-
at these! Look at
Yep.
these lovely
And we're
lawn
gonna-
ornaments.
We're
Don't
going to
they
try
look
to get
real?
over there, Nancy. Get over there. Come on, pull up in there. Look at, we got some lawn ornaments that are moving around. If they're going to cooperate with us, and if the camera will pick them up, hopefully we can add that into the program.
Yeah.
There's a whole slug of them going. And you know what we call that back in this country? We call that lunch. Ring bologna, sausage, wieners, yum yum. There you go. We see you guys back there. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Okay.
Well, I hope those deer aren't a dead giveaway. Somebody will say, I recognize those deer. I know where they are.
Wait a minute, those are my deer. They're eating on somebody else's land, but those are mine. I want to hunt them deer sometime. So this is a Name That Road number 37.
Yeah.
Wow, 37.
Isn't that amazing?
It is, Nancy. And now you can see as we're heading up Ridgeline, we're getting into a little less desirable road conditions. But
Hang tight, folks.
Yeah, this isn't the bad part, right?
Right.
We are headed into the challenging part. And again, now this is a loop. So this is not a singularly named road.
Right.
This road has two names, but it's a contiguous road.
Or does it have three names? When we get up on top of the ridge, is that a different name?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but two different sub-roads come off of this road, and they have different names.
Okay.
They have different names. And up this valley, there's a considerable amount of ag land, and there's some recreational land with some trees and some prairie and kind of a whole hodgepodge of fun stuff. Now, do you got your brights on?
They should be, but I'm
We're
not.
gonna make
Yeah,
sure.
they are.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
We gotta navigate
Okay.
Nancy a little bit.
No,
you
and
know.
they're supposed to be automatic, but sometimes they don't.
Well, you got the automatic navigator right here with me.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah. Okay, now hang on, folks.
Okay.
because
This
where
is the scary part.
We're going up the hill here, and it's kind of icy.
And Nancy's gonna be just putting it in low gear, and she's just gonna give her. And she's gonna come around this corner, and I'm gonna be sweating it because this corner is ice.
I'm gonna be fishtailing around this corner.
You hear her peeling out.
Well, so far so good, Mary.
Yeah,
We're still going up.
We're still going up. We're making the climb.
Yep, my nose is starting to bleed.
Oh, yeah, my ears are popping.
Yep.
And this is one of these crazy Trempealeau County dugways.
Yep, but it is paved.
Yes, it is a paved road.
Right.
Very nicely paved. Good margins on the edges.
It has been plowed off.
Yes. And this isn't the fun, scary part. We're coming to the fun, scary part,
Yeah.
just not yet.
Yeah, and like Mary thought tonight we'd be able to go out in the dark, but you'd be able to see more because of the snow and the moon coming up.
With the reflective.
Yeah, and because the moon has been pretty bright.
Well, it reflects all that white snow, and like last night, And the night before, I was wide awake in the middle of the night because holy Hannah, the moon was coming through the windows, and I could hear.
It's bright.
I could hear and see the deer outside, and the dog was.
Were they looking in the window at you?
Well, they come to the house and they ate the vines off the house.
Oh.
And of course, the Lacey dog is going woof, woof, woof. Not a bark, but just telling me, hey, Mom, wait a minute. Something's out there. Okay.
We got something coming behind us.
We
like
do.
A semi or something.
We got
here.
somebody, look at that. They're right there. They're checking us out.
Yep.
They want to know what in the wild
going
world
on.
of sports
Oh,
is.
they went the other way.
They went the other way.
Okay.
You don't think that was the cops or anything, do you, Nancy?
I kind of thought, huh?
Well, you know, we have a tendency to get followed around by lots and lots of people. Oh, Nancy wants that shot, and she zoomed right past it.
I got the floored here, you know.
Yeah, she's got it gunned. Look at that here, folks.
I'm going 10 miles an hour.
She's giving her at 11.
Mary's complaining that I'm going too fast.
And I'm scared because I'm sweating because now we're on ice. We are on ice. Do we got more traffic behind us, or is that me just...
No, I don't think so.
No, I think that's a
we're
reflection
okay.
off the road signs.
We're okay.
And so now, this is the second road that veers to the right off this one particular
And we
Valley
don't
Road.
go down there. Just keep going.
No, because that one's slick. And we want to be super safe because a little fairy told me that Nancy was dancing on the ice the other day.
Oh boy, I did some real moves, all right.
And she was doing the Nadia Comaneci dance recital program from the Olympics.
Yeah, I didn't know I could do those, but I'm okay.
Apparently Nancy can do the splits without breaking a hip.
Yeah.
And she can do the what is that called? The two-man shuffle, where you just get your feet and you just start sliding.
The thing you gotta do, you gotta remember to do is you gotta walk like a penguin.
I thought it was walk like a duck.
Or a duck. It's the same thing.
Walk
It's
like
that
a
you
duck,
waddle.
duck, duck.
You waddle, right?
Tiny, tiny little steps.
Yep.
And look at this. Here we've got a fan driving at us who's going to wave and go, woohoo, there they are. We know who you are. And there they go.
No.
And look at that pretty sunset with the pink colors.
You know what I was thinking though, Mary?
There's your brights.
Mary thinks, well, I had to dim them, you know, but we were thinking that we could see a lot of stuff in the woods and that, right? Tonight it's not total dark.
Yeah, but we're kind of funky on our timestamp again.
And,
we would almost have to be out here like at midnight.
No, that's not going to happen.
When the moon is high in the sky.
I am not going to be out here at midnight, sorry.
Well, Nancy, where's your dedication
Well,
to the pro... Oh,
there-
you guys. Nancy, we got to raise this bar.
What I'm wondering, Mary, is what are we going to see out here? I mean, maybe it's going to be something we don't want to see. We don't know what's out here in the woods at night.
Are you thinking we're going to see a Sasquatch or a Yeti?
It could be, or, you know, there have been rumors of feral people in Trempealeau
There is
County.
not feral people in Trempealeau
Feral
County.
people.
What, are they running around like in wool coats and booties and galoshes, or
Well,
what?
I don't know, but people talk about their cats disappearing.
Oh, that's amazing. Cats disappear every day. And you know what? About the time you think they're dead and gone, they come back. Because they went down to the neighbors. Because the neighbors got better cat food than you have.
Well, you just don't know, though. What if there are these feral people that only come out at night?
Well, see, we have been challenged by a certain group of fans that live in a community in central Trempealeau County that they want us to do Name That Road in the dark. And we tried one night.
Yeah.
But we did not have full moon.
No, we didn't have any moon.
It
And
was
so people
dark,
didn't see anything.
And we tried it, and I think it was a good educational effort.
Well, all they saw was a mailbox and a couple trees, I think.
Well, and they saw a really nice view of the front end of your vehicle.
Yeah, well.
Because Nancy's got a nice ride, you guys. She's driving a 1954 Corvette convertible, candy apple red, rag top.
That's
and
me. Yep, you'll see me.
Hear that sound? That's Nancy's ride, you guys.
Did you notice that Mary is changing the subject here? I said we might not want to see what's out here at night.
Well, there's nothing to see.
What about snow zombies?
There is no such thing as snow zombies.
How do you know?
Because I am in the woods in the dark all the time.
You are.
I
Okay.
do.
You're out there in the woods. You're probably one of those feral people.
I'm not a feral
I knew
people.
She's feral.
You guys, she is gonna dump me off out here in the cold. And I don't even have my Carhartt jacket. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I don't even have my heavy leather jacket for the winter time.
Well,
now, we're gonna be very serious. Because right now, we are headed south.
Yeah, we're going down.
We are going, according to Nancy's navigator, we are going, oh, wait a minute, I'm the navigator. We are going southwest, look at that, southwest at 5:29 in the evening, and we are on ice.
Yep, it is pretty much a skating rink here.
And this is a beautiful drive. If you give it about a week or two,
or maybe a couple of months.
Well,
give it a couple of months, folks.
With 30 degrees, trust me, viewing audience, with 30 degrees, this road clears up really, really quickly. But right now, for January of 2023, we are on an ice skating rink.
Yeah, so I can't slam on the brakes.
No, and Nancy's going a grand total of 7.
Well,
because
I want to wind up on the bottom of the hill, still on the road, not in the ditch.
I told her, I said, just stick it in all-wheel drive and just give her.
Well,
and she doesn't want to wreck her car.
Yeah, I have that strange thing about not wanting to wreck my car. Gee.
And we're just lucky because we don't have deer jumping out in front of us.
Better not be.
No, they're kind of getting ready to hunker down because it is pretty cold.
I want to get down this hill in one piece, and if snow zombies jump out in front of me, I got to be able to stop in time.
Snow zombies. Well, okay, do snow zombies look like Yetis?
I don't know.
All dressed out in a white outfit.
I've never seen them. That's why I'm saying you got to look here in the woods and see what you see.
Oh, there's nothing out there. It's too dark for this camera to pick it up.
Yeah.
Because Nancy thinks there's snow zombies that are going to be jumping out.
Or feral people.
Or feral people making you drive in a ditch. I don't think there's feral people in Trempealeau County. Trempealeau County, everybody, even your livestock are supposed to be accounted for. Livestock, they got livestock sighting, and if you've got feral Yetis in your property, you better call the Department of Ag and get a livestock permit.
Get a license for them.
A license for your feral people.
And don't tell the DNR.
And we're hoping to give you all a challenge to try to find, we started out when it was a little bit light out, and now we're driving in pretty much complete darkness.
Now look on the road to the left here.
Okay, hang on here. I gotta get my, okay.
It looks like there are hoof prints and like wheel tracks, only thin.
Oh yes,
thin
yes.
Wheels.
We have, there's some Amish neighbors in this particular neighborhood. And, I often wonder, Nancy, how do them horses do on ice?
Well, I think a lot of times if you're going to be working the horses on ice, that there's shoes that you can put on them that have little like cleats in them or whatever you want to call them.
So it's like snow studs that you put on a four-wheeler or something?
It's like a studded horseshoe. Right.
And now we are kind of on this ice again, but once again we are on, this one is a dead north slope. We are dead north slope with beautiful, beautiful pine trees that you may not be able to see because we're in the dark. And you know what, Nancy? I'm a little perplexed because I don't see that moon coming up.
Yeah, what happened to that darn moon anyway? It was supposed to be up by now.
Is this the night of the new moon?
No. It was full last
I know it was full.
Well, I can't go down to nothing in one day, I don't think.
Well, you don't think somebody had one of them zapper things that took the moon right out of the sky,
well, I'm
do
going
you?
to complain because we should have had moon by now.
I think so. I agree.
So when we get down here and we can look, you know,
more towards the east.
Yeah, and see if we can see that moon coming up, because that was one of the things we wanted to enjoy tonight was the moon, and I don't know where it is. It's not cloudy. There's stars in the sky.
Well, I'm wondering, Nancy, if you let us on a wild goose chase here tonight. Are you sure it was a full moon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, just checking. And now we are heading back out to the highway because this was a loop. This loop started with being on a state road in the middle-ish of Trempealeau County, and it loops all the way around back to the same state road.
So this is going to be the big reveal.
This is going to be our big reveal. And oh, look at this. This at one time was a school.
All right. So, Mary, I said that we have got fans that are so demanding. They want not just a challenge in the dark. I mean, they want to be really challenged when it comes to these road shows. So today...
You can tell it's the dead of winter. Everybody's bored.
Got nothing else to do. Let's watch those ladies. Yeah, nothing else. Why not? We are going to do the same loop that we did on our non-moonlight drive.
Non-moonlight. The moon was tricky that night.
Yeah, I'm going to complain.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are going to start where that loop ended, and we're going to do it in reverse. And let's see who figures this out now.
They're not going to figure it out.
No.
This is a stumper. This is a stumper. If we had t-shirts, you know, Nancy and Mary t-shirts, we could, you know, give you a prize for being the first one to maybe, you know, say that you liked us or, you know.
Figured it out.
Figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in the county wants a Mary and Nancy t-shirt,
well,
right?
Why not? Why not? I mean, we're up to 40,
almost 50.
Almost 50.
Yes.
We are blowing the doors. Nielsen's are going to come looking for us.
They are going to be finding their way up to Fuller Coulee and then to Square Bluff. And yeah, Fame and Fortune is going to be knocking at our door any moment now. Any minute. The Kardashians will have nothing on us.
You ever wonder why they don't do a real Farm Wives of Trempealeau County show? I think that we should do that, Nancy.
Maybe, yeah.
We should coordinate a Real Housewives program.
Is that like a reality show?
It's a reality show.
Oh, gosh. That means you have to have the camera on you all the time.
Oh, yeah. Real Farm Wives of Trempealeau County.
Well,
beep.
It might not have all the period aspect to it that usually makes it popular.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
It might be too boring.
Although then we could go look at people's cows, and I like looking at people's cows.
That's
right?
fine too.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's lots of people that watch this show that like to look at cows.
Yeah,
right?
I like to look at cows.
Yeah.
But maybe today we'll see cows.
Yeah.
But for right now, we are on Name That Road.
This is number 37, and this is part of the non-moonlight drive, where we are going
Take
to
your glasses off for 1 second.
Well, this first second, yeah.
There we go.
See, I don't have any black eyes or anything.
No,
it's just
she
that
did a
it's
couple
bright.
weeks ago. Yeah.
It's bright now, and I didn't really have black eyes, but that was because of the nasty little skin cell cancers, you know.
Get them checked if you see a funny spot.
And make sure you wear a hat in the sun.
And sunscreen.
Yeah, it's all kinds of things. So let's turn this around.
And away.
Sure that we're not, what does Mary call this? Eating the dash. She doesn't like that.
Nobody wants to eat the dash.
All right, here we go. Just putting on my seatbelt. I'm putting the mobile in to go, and we are peeling off down the road. Do you hear our tires spinning? And we are just a blur when we go down the road. People they just can't even focus in on us. We go so fast.
Now this is a really, really cool neighborhood.
It's beautiful.
It's got a nice stream, and so there are multiple bridges and culverts as we travel kind of up the valley here. There's a nice shot of that stream. It's got some pretty good water flow. Yeah.
Because we've got kind of a little January thaw going on here.
Yes, Happy New Year. It is, wow, it's already January middle almost.
I know it.
One more day and we're beyond middle.
Woof.
Because this one's split in half. You know, because it's a 31.
Right.
And it looks like there's been a little bit of snowmobile activity. Trails are closing pretty quick here.
Yeah, unless we get a lot more snow.
No, and they're talking rain.
That is just such a mess.
It is.
I'd rather have the snow.
Me too. Wow, there's some really nice ag land out here.
This is a beautiful farming valley.
And it's long for where it's located in the county. And just to refresh everyone, we were on a state road.
Right.
And then we turned up going west on a township road.
Right.
And the unique thing about this township road is that, should we wait or give them the clue now?
Go ahead, give them a clue.
That the name changes in the middle.
Right, yeah. We're making a loop, but the roads have two different names. But, you know, our watchers, they can handle that.
They can handle that.
They can. They are very astute.
That's right.
Yes.
We are just going to make sure that folks know that there are kind of icy spots out here.
Right.
So if you decide to take this beautiful drive, there are spots where you're just going to have to cool off a little bit. You know, slow it down, enjoy the scenic beauty with the bright white snow.
And look what's up here. Well, this makes Mary's heart flutter with joy.
Yeah, we're going to have some joy. Look at this.
Mary is just talking about
spring
programs with cows. Lots of cattle to look at. So we'll slow down here so we can look at these cattle.
That's right. Yeah. So this drive also has some cows that you can look at. Probably some cows and some heifers.
It's easy to see them in the snow, isn't it?
Yes. Looks like they're coming down here to this little feeder stream to have a sip. Snow right now is not really edible to cows.
It's really got a hard crust on it.
Oh, it's terribly icy.
Yeah.
And it looks like they must be rolling out some round bales and they're grazing on the corn stalks. And they've got critters of all different sizes.
That's a good sized herd of Angus, isn't it?
Oh, and they're nice and clean and fluffy.
Yep, they look good, don't they? I bet they even smell good.
I bet you they do. And the cool thing about cattle that are properly outwintered is they get fluffy.
Oh, yeah.
They get thick. They get a under layer of hair. And it really, really makes it feel like there's a layer of felt. And then they get longer guard hairs that shed the moisture. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Cows were meant to be outside.
Horses are the same way.
They get fluffy.
Yeah, and you can, sometimes I'll come out after a snow and the horses will be covered with snow on their back and ice. And it doesn't melt for quite a while, and that shows how well insulated they are.
Well, that's why a lot of people wore animal hides
Yeah, maybe
for a
we
long
should
time.
go back to wearing, cow hides and things.
That's right.
Yeah. So as we proceed up here,
Yep, we're cruising up the valley. And now the roads here are pretty clean.
yeah, it's been melty. I wish I could say the same about my driveway, which is
Yeah.
like a skating rink, but
Yep, and we want to thank all the township folks and all the county guys and everybody who's got something on their vehicle to move ice, snow, and add salt. Thank you guys. You've done a great job this winter. Oh,
Yeah.
we've got some really cool rocks.
Oh, here's your favorite thing, Mary.
Really cool
Look
rocks.
At that. Mary's got some rock outcropping.
Look at that.
here.
Nancy's going to grab it and point it out the window so you get a better
Those
shot.
Nice, huh?
Those are very nice.
Wow.
Very nice. And there's a lot of them.
This
I'll
quite-
steer, Nancy.
Yeah, right. She's gonna put me in the ditch.
No,
Just wait
keep
and
pointing
see.
at those rocks. Mary Anderson's a very good driver. Probably
I
shouldn't
know
have said
she
that.
is.
I should
She
give
is.
that credit. That came from a movie. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man.
What was that? Mary is a good driver.
Yeah, that he said his name,
Oh.
the name of the character in the movie, and it very good driver. He's a very good driver. So there we
you
go. I
go.
gave credit, so we should be legal beagle.
Yeah, and whatever you do, don't sing. Any of this stuff will wind us up in jail for copyright infringement.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Our fame will have been built on a deck of lies.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Well, it sounds like we're not very original anyway, doesn't it? And for people that wonder about our script here, yes, we are a tightly scripted show.
Yes.
Yes, everything that we say
Is completely memorized.
or sometimes, if we're lucky enough, we have one of those big
Teleprompters.
teleprompters.
We got the snap-on version that goes on the dash of
Right.
Nancy's car.
so that we are reading it off line by line. This is what you got to do to have a quality show.
Boy, the one thing I'm noticing, Nancy, as we're driving around, you can sure see the snowmobiles and the deer trails.
Yeah, oh boy, we got a lot by us.
They're lining up. It's hard.
Well, I don't blame them with that hard crust.
Yeah, I attempted to take a walk,
That's not easy.
and it's kind of like the Thigh Master program. I mean, it really, because you're punching through in places.
Yeah, you're falling down and getting up again,
And you're kind of holding your own in other places, and about the time you think you're pretty frisky and okay, I'm in a good spot, then next thing you know, there you go.
yeah. I
Punch
just
through,
had
down you go.
take a small walk last week, and I had to stop like twice to get my breath because it was so hard. Uh-oh.
Oh, this road does have a few bumps.
Bumps ahead.
Bumps ahead. That's where those culverts come off the hills, because now we're headed up country.
I always think, how bad do these bumps have to be that they merit a sign?
Well, when you're on a school bus.
Oh boy. Well, that must have been it right there. A little dip. Windmill.
Oh, yeah. Back
Yeah.
in there's a couple windmills hidden back in this valley. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you.
Digging. And now this part of the road is pretty slick, folks, so you just want to be careful.
Yeah. If you're watching this right now, you hang on to the sides of your chair.
That's right. That's right, because Nancy's doing pretty good staying in her lane because
Yeah.
there's some blind corners, but you may want to go down. But either way, it's going to be slick.
Yep.
And maybe over the next few days it'll clean.
I smell a skunk.
So do I. But it's getting close to when they like to wake up and
Oh no.
have a little midnight action.
Jeez.
Well,
cute.
you know, they got to get ready for spring.
I suppose, but I'm opening my window here for a minute.
Spring is right around the corner.
Now, last time we did this in the dark,
Yes.
we were worried about what we would see, like maybe feral people.
There's not feral people in this
Or
neighborhood.
snow zombies.
Yes, Nancy's concerned about snow zombies.
Well, you never know, do
Well,
you?
I'm more concerned about ancient aliens because with the nice white, bright, fluffy snow, you never know what's going to come, you know, creeping out of the dark pine woods.
Yeah, it might be feral people.
I don't think there's feral people.
Well,
At least not in this neighborhood.
well, that could be. I think I've heard more about feral people down in the Black River Bottoms.
The Black River Bottoms, huh?
Mhm, yeah. We might have to go check that out sometime.
Well, I think so. I think so.
But now I wonder if we're in two different towns as we make this drive.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'll check it on the plat book.
Nope. And if we are, we're just
Barely.
a hair over for a little while.
One tire over.
One tire over. And now this really loops up to some quite high ridges.
Yeah, this is.
Not as high as the ridges in other places in Trempealeau County, but there's some beautiful views up here nonetheless.
It is. And any time of year you come up here, you're going to have some beautiful views. There's a pretty view down there.
Yeah. And she just went right past it.
No, I didn't.
Because
I'm
she's
putting
just
down-
giving her. Now what they're seeing, Nancy, is a bunch of trees.
Well.
Well, you know, Nancy, you got a tendency to just overshoot.
Oh, I know. And
just
I'm
gotta
way too fast.
You gotta
Doing
slam on them brakes.
8 miles an hour.
Yes.
It's way too fast for Mary.
And here we're coming up kind of to the crest.
Now you can look out.
No,
there past me,
we've got to
right?
kind of take that right past you.
Okay.
And you got to just keep driving out. I'll watch.
All right, you hang on to that. I
I'll
don't want
watch.
to have to call a tow truck. That's not part of our budget.
A tow truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it is. It is beautiful down there.
Yes,
Isn't
it is.
Okay, I'm gonna pass this back to you and
As Nancy sends us careening into the ditch.
careening around the corner at 10 miles an hour.
10 miles an
Yeah.
hour, that's right.
Oh, and I gotta tell you something, Mary. We have a family now that watch us, and they live in Massachusetts.
Oh, a new state.
Yeah, imagine that, Massachusetts.
Nationally known.
They are like 2 blocks from the ocean.
Oh, how nice.
I know it. I said, we live about as far away from the ocean in the United States as possible.
As you can get.
Yeah. But we don't have to worry about, tsunamis, so I guess that's a good thing.
But we do have a great lake and a great river, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a little bit of water that's
Right.
kind of close to us.
Yeah.
But nothing like eastern oceanfront property.
And I have to give a shout out to this
Ooh, there's
couple
a view.
in Massachusetts. Mike has a wonderful podcast called The Battles of First World War.
Oh,
And even if you don't care anything about World War I, it's very interesting. And at the end of this show, I will put it in the credits. So if you want to watch it. And podcasts, I say they've got to be hard, because in a podcast, the podcaster has to put those images in your mind.
storytellers.
Right. Whereas we have got, we've got images.
We
right?
have the best images.
We do. It would be amazing.
It would be very, very hard to describe what we see when we're driving around.
Yeah, like those snow zombies.
Nancy. Nancy.
Mary is such a doubter. Yeah, look at it down there.
Yep. Beautiful valley.
Yeah, looks like some more cattle down there.
Yeah.
Too.
All nestled in.
Yeah.
Protected from the weather.
That's a nice spot they have down there.
It is. This is a beautiful drive.
Yes, it is. Well, it's hard to find a place in this county that isn't beautiful, really.
That's true.
Yeah, This is the driftless area, folks, and it's unique.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep, it's a special part of the country.
There's no other place like it.
Yeah, you can be in the very bottom of a valley, and within seconds, you're at the top of the county almost.
Yep, you are.
I have to say almost.
Yeah.
Because we know where the top of the county is.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess so.
Where is the top of the county?
Well,
Nancy?
the highest elevation. Remember, we did that program on there, and it's actually way up there, kind of on the line between Chimney Rock and Albion.
Yes, and it is not the ridge by Arcadia.
No, and it's not Chapultepec Peak.
Right,
Nope.
and those were contenders.
Right, yeah.
But our folks down at the land records checked it out.
They set us straight, didn't
That's
they?
right.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We like that.
Yep, keep us honest.
And we're trying to do a good job here.
And now along this road, you can turn off, but we're not going to give you much information on that.
You can turn to the left, but don't turn to the right.
Don't turn to the right.
Because that won't work out.
No, not to your favor.
We're on a pretty narrow ridge here too, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to go swerving off to the left or the right.
No, because that's a tumble down the hill.
Yes, it is. And I just don't feel up to it today.
No.
So, if you watched this in the non-moonlight loop,
We were going the other direction.
yeah. I hope this is really getting everybody all turned around, because that's what they seem to want.
Everybody's gonna be lost.
That's what they want. Okay, so here we are going straight.
Yes, and straight happens to be northeast.
Yep.
And I do believe this is at the point in which the name changes.
Yes, it does. Yep. Yep. And a little known piece of historical fact about this coulee. The man that it is named after was an early settler. And the poor guy, it was during a thunderstorm that he and his wife were laying on the bed taking a nap. And all of a sudden, a bolt of lightning came through the window and didn't hit his wife, but hit him and killed him.
Killed him?
It killed him dead. Not his wife, but him.
Well, and isn't there more to that story?
Well, it's said that they buried him, and then a few years later, they dug him up. I guess they were going to move the grave to someplace else. And they found out that he was like petrified.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Oh, it's so pretty down there, Mary.
Yes, I'm trying to swing the camera without making people nauseous.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, and you know that sun is getting a little bit higher in the sky every day.
And not as dark.
And it sure does feel good, but through the glass it gets pretty warm.
Yeah.
It's pretty warm.
Lots of tracks down there, aren't there?
Yes. And this is a beautiful kind of a hair-raising part of the drive.
Yes.
Because we drop off the ridge pretty quick. There's a nice rock outcropping up here. But again, it's a very narrow road, so you want to be sure to kind of maintain your lane.
Well, I hope so. I hope you're not driving on the other side of the road.
Well, people sometimes like to take their half out of the middle.
Well, they're pretending that they live in Europe or England or something, I guess.
Yes, I would assume so.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Okay, we're coming down here. And again, folks, you don't want to come barreling down here at, 80 miles an hour.
No, but amazingly enough, where we are right now is pretty clear of snow and ice.
Yeah, and it's a lot of sand here, so we're doing okay. All right,
Yes.
Here we go. Whee!
Ooh, now this is what I would consider to be a dugway.
Yep, that's what we said on the non-moonlight drive.
Yeah.
But we said it's a paved dugway.
Right.
Yeah. And lots of times you and I are out on dugways that are
Not.
not paved.
And that brings presents a challenge all its own.
Yeah. So far we made it down here all right, Mary.
Yeah, I think we're hanging in there just fine.
And you know what? There is no Packer game today.
Shh, can we say that without trade endorsement?
Everybody is
Trade endorsement.
dealing with their Packer depression. I know. But
Yeah, and that was a hard one.
Oh.
I was cleaning in my kitchen, listening, because I couldn't bear to watch.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
It was like, okay, I understand.
Oh, see what kind of flag they're flying here?
Yep, look at that.
That
the important
looks
ones.
like a Packer
the United
flag.
States, the Wisconsin flag, and the Green Bay Packer
Yes,
flag.
that's it. All rolled. That's it. Huh?
Those are the good ones.
That's the whole story right there, folks. That's the story of Wisconsin.
That's right.
But this is...
Look at how reflective. This is where the snow and the sun almost hurt your eyes.
Yeah, that's why I got my sunglasses on. And what do we have to the right of this barn? It doesn't look like cows, does it?
No, it does not. But we're not going to be able to see them this far away.
No, but they just saw us now all of a sudden. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
The ears went up.
And that's why I'm going to see if I can just slip this out here without spooking them.
It's like, uh-oh, Daryl, something's coming. Oh, I'm busy right now.
There we go.
Let's get a better look. Let's walk over here and get a better look. Oh, it's just those ladies in that purple car.
Driving, taking pictures of us all the time.
Yeah.
I don't have anything better to do. Drive around. Look at the sun reflecting off of the beautiful snow, although it's way too icy. Here's an old tobacco shed.
Yeah, sure, that's a tobacco shed.
Yep, because it's got the little notches that you could open and close. Open and close the doors.
Are they still back there?
They are. They're creeping on us. They're watching us, Nancy.
But they're not mustering a charge in front of us.
No, they're not trying to get in front of the vehicle, which is kind of a godsend.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I can deal with that.
Yes, now we're entering a different township. Remember we said that we were partway in?
Yeah.
Partway in a different township for just a little bit of time. And that's how that goes. So now we're in a different township.
Yeah.
But there really was not a marker that said when we left the other one.
No.
Or entered the other one.
But maybe it doesn't matter too much. Well, here's a couple trees on the left. It looks like they got a good pruning.
I think...
What we got right here, Mary?
No, Nancy, this is going to be dependent upon you.
All right, guys.
I recognize those.
I recognize those deer.
I can see you.
We saw you last week.
I can see you.
We see you.
Yep, they know where to find something to eat.
Yeah? We're lawn ornaments. We're not real. Just ignore us.
Robot deer.
Robots, that's all.
Robot deer. And they look in pretty good condition.
Oh, yeah, they don't seem to be starving, do they?
No.
Well,
I guess the hardest time for deer is March.
oh, I suppose. And that's when you see some really big herds.
Yeah,
When they really herd up.
definitely. But now we're kind of down off that ridge.
Yep.
Now we're back kind of more flatlander.
Yeah, we're just blasting down the coulee here.
That's right. Some pasture land and some crop land.
Yeah.
Well, I find it interesting about that fellow that got electrocuted. And
then turned to stone.
that must have been something. Would that been during the period where they did embalmings or no?
Well, they said he was like one of the very first white settlers in this coulee. So that would have had to have been back in like the 1860s.
So probably not.
And living out here, I don't think that under the circumstances, the wife probably threw him in the wagon and hauled him into town looking for an embalmer.
Threw him in the wagon.
Well,
well,
you know.
I have heard stories that they would occasionally bury their winter deceased in like straw stacks.
Oh,
because they couldn't intern them
well,
till spring.
No. Right, yeah.
And so to protect them, they'd wrap them up, obviously.
Yeah, but you put them in a straw stack, everything is going to be nibbling on
Well,
them.
that's, one of those, and, it's, like I said, they're stories. I don't know if they're based in fact or, oh, we've got an eagle flying up above us,
yeah,
too.
There we do.
There
Look
we
at
go.
that.
We pay them to do that, by the way.
Yeah, this is tightly scripted. We told them, let that eagle go at 2:15 exactly.
Yeah. And Nancy will have a trout on a flag on the roof of her car that he could swoop down and grab. See, he's circling around. Hopefully this camera can pick that up. It's usually pretty sensitive.
But there must be a chicken barn around because that's what is dear, very dear to the hearts of eagles.
It's not the trout that you've got flopping around on the flag on the roof of your car?
It's an old chicken that's been dead for a couple of weeks.
Oh, tenderized.
Yeah, well seasoned.
Well, and
Yep, look, here's a chicken barn.
And for the sake of the drive, we've only met one car. There she is.
Yep.
We only met one car.
Yeah, this is not a thoroughfare that gets a huge amount of traffic.
It is not
And
I-94.
they have not needed to put in a roundabout here yet. So
And like I said when we first started, there's several feeder streams that flow through this particular loop, and then it flows into a bigger river.
So figure that out, you guys.
Yeah,
All you smarties that think you know
exactly where we are.
always. We can't trick you.
No.
Although I think we did on number, was it 35?
Could have been.
When we were over there in Buffalo County on Julesson Ridge.
Oh.
Our big, the sign indicating a sharp corner, apparently.
Yes, a very sharp corner. This is another one of these where stay your lane. Again, people go fast and then they take their half out of the middle. Whee! The other day, this was like a luge run, Nancy. My driveway was a luge run.
Yeah, mine too.
It was like, holy smokes,
And
I don't
it's
have to go no place today.
thick ice, not just a little bit of ice, thick ice. You know what's coming up here, Mary?
Another reveal in reverse.
Yes, a reverse reveal.
A reverse reel. A reverse reel. Here
All right.
we go.
We're going to get up here to the stop sign, and we're going to do the reveal
In reverse.
in reverse, and then we will set you straight what our whole journey was, both non-moonlight and today.
There we go.
Okay.
And
We are coming to a stop sign.
we're coming to a stop sign. Yay!
And we are on Fuller Coulee.
Yay! Fuller
Yay!
Coulee Road.
Yes.
On Highway 53.
We started last week on our non-moonlight drive right here. We started here on Fuller Coulee Road, and we went up and around and got up on top of the ridge, and then the name of the road changed to Daggett, right?
Yes, Daggett Coulee Road.
And we went down into Daggett and came to the stop sign, and we just did it in reverse today. We started out on Daggett Coulee and wound up at Fuller. But before it was Fuller to Daggett, so everybody should have that straight now, right?
But either way, you're on Highway 53. And if you can find one, eventually you will find the other because they loop together.
Yep.
So you don't have to find both of them. at the same time because there's about, what, 2 miles, 3 miles?
Yeah.
A couple miles in between.
Well, you couldn't do them at the same time.
Well, of course not. Unless you had put instant coffee in the microwave, and then you can go back in time.
You got spatially discombobulated.
Yes, that's when we end up someplace on an ice floe.
Yeah. So,
Although last weekend we were on an ice floe. So
today we're not, though. Beautiful day. Beautiful day.
And thank you very much for joining us again.